Before the war in Ukraine started this year, the two of us visited Andrei's parents and stayed together for a few weeks at their summer cottage, called a dacha in Ukraine and Russia. It is located in the idyllic Ukrainian countryside. We tended to their garden and made meals from their delicious homegrown produce.
In fact, my parents have owned this property for over 30 years and have made many upgrades since then. In the beginning, there was no indoor bathroom nor running water inside of the house. However, the 1990s were such a difficult time for our family due to food shortages, rationing and hyperinflation from the collapse of the Soviet Union that even this little cottage that had few amenities at the time helped us survive that period by providing us with staple crops of potatoes, beets, walnuts and apples.
Andrei's elderly parents are still relying on these crops to this day, as food prices have skyrocketed in Ukraine this year, as they have all around the world, though the minuscule pensions in Ukraine have not compensated for this rapid increase. Moreover, there is currently a problem with power outages throughout the country due to bombings of critical power stations, causing an absence of heating, which forced Andrei's parents to relocate from their city apartment to their dacha, which can be heated with firewood.
They have stockpiled firewood, but because the dacha is supposed to be mainly for summer use, as it has little insulation, they have to constantly add firewood to keep warm. Their city apartment is currently ice cold in winter. It's hard to imagine how others without access to a constant source of heating are surviving.
Although times are difficult now, we want to show the world how beautiful countryside living in Ukraine can be, especially in summer. When we were staying here, we harvested lots of fresh produce such as these tart red currants, which made for delicious jam or fresh eating. I wish these berries were more popular in America, as they can be hard to find here. Same goes for black currants, which you can see I prefer eating right off the vine when they are the sweetest. They are my favorite berries since childhood.
You will eat a few bugs, no matter how hard you wash everything, but this is part of country life. Black currant leaves also make for incredible hot and iced tea, as they have the same flavor as the berries themselves. We also drank lots of healthy tea made from nettles growing on the property. The tea is very rich in minerals and flavor and is a must to try.
It was so refreshing to step outside in the morning and tour the property, walking barefoot in the dewy grass and trying the different fruits available. We even ate the seed pods called cheese heads from the mallow plant, which have a neutral flavor and slimy texture similar to okra, and the slime is good for coating the intestines to alleviate pain from ulcers and other ailments. The fertile black soil in Ukraine is known for growing wonderful crops, which is why the country exports cereal grains. This caused food shortages in other countries because of the war.
We picked many summer varieties of apples, including this apple variety called Slava Переможцям, which translates to "Glory to the winners" in Ukrainian. It's one of my mom's favorite tasting apple cultivar. Slava Переможцям is a cross between Macintosh and Papirovka apple cultivars. We sliced and dehydrated some of them, which my parents used to make compote in the wintertime by steeping them in hot water with other dried fruit, including plums and berries. We also kept noticing many birds on the roof, so we placed some water outside in a pan to watch the birds take bath and drink from it. One of our favorite days was during a rainstorm, sitting in the kitchen overlooking the flower garden and rain.
Andrei's parents also tasked us with harvesting a few rows of garlic, which we were more than happy to do so. The task isn't easy, even for a young person, and I can't imagine how they do this in their elderly age. This garlic was very delicious and mild in flavor, and was especially juicy as it was so fresh. We harvested many more foods that we didn't film, including cucumbers that we pickled, huge zucchini, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, cherries, beets, winter squash, peas, onions, even horseradish and parsley in winter, and so much more. We also used the sickle tool to cut weeds and clear out a small patch of land for more potatoes.
We picked an early crop of potatoes, and they were the tastiest potatoes ever. Their flavor was incredibly buttery just by themselves. My dad spends quite some time each year killing the pesky Colorado potato beetles that infect these potatoes without using any pesticides. We used a gas tank to cook in the small kitchen that was added to the house. But when the gas was empty, we cooked on the top of the fireplace that heated the house instead. One food that we ate almost every day was ice cream that we made by blending frozen zucchini with soaked dates and walnuts.
Looking back at these clips brings about great nostalgia of the cozy atmosphere of Ukrainian countryside. We hope that peace comes over the world soon and yearn to return to the countryside again and film another video.
We're also excited to have reached the 1000 subscriber milestone, and thank each of you for supporting our channel and look forward to uploading more videos. Please leave a like if you enjoyed watching and subscribe to our channel for future videos on our travels, photography guides, nature and more.